So these courts are not our courts.
All right. Good day, everyone.
This is what it
Let me
says
just show
about
him
the
a second. So this is King Abdul Mumin Al, or better known as Joseph Pigott, and he's going over the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. I just happened to catch this at the corner of my eye, so I thought I'd record it. We'll just listen to what he's got to say.
Be no counsel, the effect shall be deposited in the hands of some person worthy of trust, until the party shall appear who has
Give
a
my
right
camera angle as well.
demand them. But if the heir to the person deceased be present, the property shall be delivered to him without interruption, semicolon. And if a will shall appear, the property shall descend agreeable to that will as soon as the council shall declare the validity thereof. Only counsel is here are Moors. Let me explain this to you. So these people who come here to our country, they have to come here with the will. They had the first rights to travel, and this document is a document of protection for them. And it was about them doing commerce with the Moors. It says the commerce with the United States, which is owned by the Moors, shall be on the same footing as is the commerce with Spain. That would be Moorish Spain, or as that with the most favored nation for the time being. And their citizens, which is not Moors, but the French and the British, people from London, England, shall be respected and esteemed to have full liberty to pass and repass our country and our seaports whenever they please without interruption. That's because they were doing trade.
Correct.
And when they came here, they were supposed to just come here and do commerce and leave, not to stay here and attend schools or anything. And so what's happened is that the people here, like this part here is more about the veterans. This is my cousin Charles Hawthorne. This is my cousin John Hilton Sr. You can see his decorations on his patches. And this is his son, John Hilton Jr. I know his whole family can pick you off from 2 miles away. All of them had guns when I seen them growing up. These guys are sharp. But I don't want to talk long. You've been lied to about everything, and everything is about to come to fruition. When they talk about this country being the United States of America, we're the ones that created the United States of America, and it will show you right here. It says the strength of 5 arrows. The Iroquois Constitution survives as a brilliant American political and literary work filled with rich symbolism. Conowita had envisioned a huge evergreen tree of peace whose spreading roots represented the 5 nations of the Haudenosaunee or Iroquois. After unification of the nations, a symbolic tree was planted. An eagle atop the tree of peace, clutching 5 arrows, symbolizes the Iroquois Confederacy. And it's the image we see pictured on the back of the U.S. quarter. In 1988, to mark the bicentennial of the U.S. Constitution, Congress passed a joint resolution stated that the Confederation of the original 13 colonies, which we defeated and turned it in, the original 13 colonies into one republic, which I am a Republican, was influenced by the political system developed by the Iroquois Confederacy, as were many of the democratic principles which were incorporated into the Constitution itself. They couldn't incorporate any Constitution. It was an overthrow, and that's why you have that Constitution over this Constitution. This is the real Constitution. Like 5 arrows bound together, the Iroquois political and literary legacy is entwined forever with the ideals that continue to shape American life. So when they talk about this land, like I told you, um, I'm a leader. You can see here it talks about leaders, but I'm going to talk to you about the womb of the women and the clans. It says the lineal descent of the people of the five nations shall run in the female line. Women shall be considered the progenitors of the nations, or in other words, they created the nation. They shall own the land and the soil. Men and women shall follow the status of the mother. Our mothers, or the women, are the ones who own this land and rule this land. The women here defeated the
Which land are
13
you talking about?
colonies from their decision making of their political work. So when we're talking about who's who and what's what on this land, nobody owns this land, not a Native American, only the Moorish Americans own this land. We're the ones that established the whole government here, both
I
sides
don't
of the
think you did,
earth.
actually.
These are the lands of the pharaohs. And my job is to return the pharaoh's ink pen of Turtle Island. This ink pen belongs to me. So I just wanted to talk to y'all briefly about being bamboozled. Nobody here is a United States citizen. You've been lied to, and the only way for you to connect back to who you are is to know how to read this treaty. This treaty is about
This
us
treaty is about
being friends
America and
forever.
Morocco
But the people
doing
who
trade
stole
by ships in
um,
1776.
everything from us uh, is the French and or France, and they won't tell their people in France that they're the United States citizens and not the people here.
France has got
So
nothing
let's
to
look
do
at
there.
16. This is what they're doing to me, and they're trying to kill me as well. It says, in case of a war between the parties, the prisoners are not to be made slaves, but they're making us slaves. This is our people dictating this information, but to be exchanged one for another, captain for captain, officer for officer, and one private man for another. And if there shall prove a deficiency on either side, it shall be made up by the payment of 100 Mexican dollars for each person wanting. We don't have prisoners of war. It's these lawyers and judges who are holding the prisoners of war and making a living off of everyone. That's why we all come to them and we get raped and pillaged by them, but they have no jurisdiction over anybody. It's only the Moors who have jurisdiction over this million miles square.
Yeah, you're not right.
Okay. And it is agreed that all prisoners shall be exchanged in 12 months from the time of their being taken, and that this exchange may be effected by a merchant or any person authorized by either of the parties. I am authorized to do this, and you are authorized, Morse. You're failing on your job. And the ancestors left us order. This is order. The Iroquois Constitution is order. We are out of order all over
The Iroquois Constitution's
and
got
this
nothing
document
to
has
do
been
with
hidden by Obama. He
African
was the
Americans.
last one to sign this treaty, which he knows that the people here are slaves to the French people or the French government and the king or king of England. And so my job is to put
The
this
hell is the
flag
King of England got
back
to
with
do with
this
anything?
flag. And all of you vets know what this means. We are in distress or in danger when the flag is upside down. Please wake up. Let me show you what I mean. Please wake up.
I have no idea who that is.
Okay. This guy here is a sellout. He's not from here. His mother is European. He's African. All Europeans are from Africa. You know, Jaguar Wright, she spits the knowledge about what's going on. This is Antigua Barbuda Prime Minister, and he's the Minister of Finance, and he's also one of my relatives. I've seen him talk at the United Nations, and he was talking about how
Find that a bit hard to
they
believe.
need money, but he doesn't really understand that he owns the White House. He's a Moor, and they've been tricked out of everything just like everybody else. Um, I believe Vladimir Putin is a United States citizen because he's
Really?
on that side, and he revealed this picture here when he opened up the vault.
Don't think
So
he would
anybody on
appreciate
that
you saying
side
that, to be honest.
is probably a United States citizen, but because of what they've done to us to make everybody think that we're the United States citizen, uh, they have to they won't tell the truth, and it's all about all of the governments, and it's like the G20 and stuff like that. All these G20s, they have all those 20 ink pens belongs to the Moors, the Iroquois Confederation. We own the whole earth. There's nothing here that we don't own.
Oh, you own the earth now.
And the people that's claiming the land and stuff, my job is to take the land back. And also this guy here, his job is to straighten everything up, but he's working for the enemy. He's a Moor. He owns the land.
I think
He's not a United States citizen. He's actually the landowner. You're seeing where he's part of the clans, but the clans are asleep. My job is to wake up the clans. Okay? And so our clans have been put to sleep for a long time since George Washington put us to sleep. He killed us. My job is to wake us up. I'm going to get back on here more often. I have a lot more to show you, but
please do.
Look at these documents that I'm preparing for you in order for you to know you're at war. See, the Pope, you would have to read this.
What has
right
the Pope
here
got to do with anything?
to know that this is read in Congress, and this is why everybody's having trouble, because the Pope in this secret treaty with, you can see right here, it talks about France and the Pope and them. They paid France 20 million francs, or they paid 20 million francs every year to France to ensure that's how they got rid of Spain.
The Franco-Neda Commission about 10 years ago.
So when you read this, you'll see what they've done to the world. Please read it. Take your time, pause this information so you can read it, and then you can download it you can find this part right here. This is the best one, and it's a whole lot to it, and you can see where you can see France is involved in this, Austria, and you can see Russia was involved in this whole program to take over the world along with the Pope. So this is an organized gang you think is all cool, but they're really the church that's really doing this to the world. Wherever you see a Catholic church, that's the land that the Pope stole. Please read this. I'll do my best to hold it still and get it in lined up. I have a lot to say. This is a United States citizen. He's the landowner. Or was anyway. I'm the landowner. Nobody here owns this land. Our land has never been for sale. My job is to put the land back in the women's hands and rule this earth again as required, because we are out of order. And so when you know about the Boom Tally Posse, this is my band I played with.
I can't.
Yeah, is it love or too much tribulation? It's too much tribulation. Yeah. Anyway, all the people who were waking up to what I'm talking about, please wake up. Please know that you've been lied to. All of the veterans, you get treated bad because you work for the Pope. You work for the Pope. You think you are working for this government. This fake government doesn't even have a constitution, but they tell you, oh, you're a United States citizen, and you take an oath to uphold some kind of fake government all the time. They stole our government. We own the White House. Our job is to take it back.
I thought that
we own it.
Army guy owned
Islam pharaohs. That's who you are. Moorish Americans.
The other guy owned the White
House.
House.
Bloodline. Alrighty. Have more to say, but I'll get online basically from here every day because these people are trying to human traffic me as well as kill me, cousins. Islam, I love you all. All people
Oh,
around
that
the
was
world,
when you
wake
were
up.
arrested for murder, wasn't
They
it? And
lied to the
spent
world.
10 years in prison.
The French people and the people from London, you guys are the United States citizens and not the people here. The people that are here have no flag. They have no flag, a banner, nothing. They don't have this at all. They have no land. My job is to reclaim all titles to all houses, all deeds, and my children are to reclaim instead of attending these
Why am I
phony
not
schools,
surprised you got
these
pictures of Saddam
prisoner of war
Hussein and
schools. Our jobs are to
what's his
take
name,
back all
Gaddafi?
houses and everything, and including the government, and surround these judges and lawyers. They're the ones that's the slave masters. I can show you some stuff in these books, but it's I don't want to be on here long
Hey,
because
Black Law's
people's
Dictionary.
attention spans are not that great. But I'll do that part later. Okay, in here it shows you about this fake constitution, and my job is to be able to break it down with the people of the world that's going to school or attending schools, and all the
I think
time
you
they
need
can't
to actually
attend
get a
schools. They're
get a
not
real job.
British. The British people can't live here, but everybody's. Even the Moors are calling themselves citizens. We're not citizens. We're the landowners. Wake up, family. They're trying to lock me up and put me down here with Jeff Fort and Larry Hoover and them. That's what they're trying to do. They can't get me like that. They're trying to put me right down there with them, but I'm too sharp. This case that they got me on, they never served me on, is about Empress Light to Jury Bay. When I had that hearing, they tried to say that I threatened or intimidated the judge. That's what this case is about, where they won't serve me.
You
I
did.
never threatened or intimidated anyone. I don't do that. But anyway, family, all Moors around the world, I love you. Islam, we're not part and parcel to the fake U.S. Constitution. None of that. We're not United States citizens. We are the Pharaoh's children forever. Islam, we own the whole world. Peace and love.
That's a new one. All right, that'll do it. I wanted to capture that. We'll look at that and I'll send it to Swindle Hoodwink as well. Get his opinion on it. All right, thanks for watching. See you. Bye.